Hi everyone, today we'll be going over the Bitcoin HODL Wave and how you can use this tool to help improve your Bitcoin investing and analysis. This chart, as well as many others, are all freely available on lookintobitcoin.com, your #1 source for Bitcoin information. If you haven't already, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to ensure you're receiving all of our content as soon as it's released. So what is the HODL Wave, or the 1 year HODL Wave? Well, what this is doing is taking into account each BTC, each individual coin that hasn't been moved on the Bitcoin network for at least 1 year. So we can see here this value increases and decreases, this orange line, and it represents the percentage of Bitcoins that haven't moved for at least 1 year. And immediately you can see the cyclical nature of the HODL wave as it decreases and increases with an almost inverse correlation to the Bitcoin price. So immediately, as we can see, the HODL wave, as it's increasing, as investors are accumulating and holding Bitcoin for the long term, we usually see Bitcoin's price in an accumulation zone, potentially to the tail end of a bear market. And as the HODL wave begins to decrease, we usually see the bull market really kicking off and commencing. Now, the HODL wave is a little bit of a lagging indicator, as we can see with these price peaks and bottoms on the chart, the reds indicating the tops and the greens indicating the bottoms. We can see that it usually isn't pinpoint to the bottom. We can see that the bottoms usually come just as the HODL wave is beginning to flatten out and curl back up to the upside. And same for the bottoms. This usually doesn't occur right at the top, but the price usually bottoms just as we're rounding off and potentially looking to start a new bull cycle. Now, there's a couple reasons that might cause the HODL wave to increase or decrease. Number one is obviously that just if investors are holding, if investors are accumulating purposefully to hold for a long period of time, we're going to see this HODL wave begin to increase. But secondly, if there are fewer and fewer new market participants entering the space, there is generally just less Bitcoin being moved from wallet to wallet. There are less people interested in cryptocurrencies in general. And again, just due to this lack of interest, we usually see the HODL wave increase just as fewer people are trying to get into the asset class. So with both of these in tandem, we can see as Bitcoin's bottoming, both investors holding and accumulating and fewer market participants getting into the space, we usually see the HODL wave begin to top out, typically at just around 60%, but with each cycle, this does actually increase a few percent more. And as this begins to curl down to the downside, this is either strategic investors beginning to offload or position themselves strategically for the upcoming cycle, or maybe there are new market participants coming in, and this usually does signify that price could see an extended period of upside. So this has been true for the last few market cycles, as we see the inverse correlation between the HODL wave and price here, and of course here in the most recent cycle. We can see, if we just isolate the previous two cycles, as Bitcoin bottoms here, we see the HODL wave begin to curl back around, and then we have a bit of a choppy period here with the COVID 2020 crash. So we can see the HODL wave decrease and then again once increase as we bottom out. But then again, as this tops out at around 63.5% and we begin to decrease, this signifies new market participants entering the space, strategic investors positioning themselves for the upcoming cycle. And as this began to curl over, we saw Bitcoin run up from just above $10,000 to far exceeding $60,000. So just to summarize, the 1 year Bitcoin HODL wave indicates the amount of BTC that hasn't moved in at least 1 year. An increasing HODL wave value indicates more investors are deciding to hold or HODL onto their coins instead of selling, and potentially fewer and fewer new market participants are entering the space. As the HODL wave begins to decrease, it indicates that potentially longer-term investors are beginning to move and even potentially sell their BTC holdings. If you like this video, then please visit lookintobitcoin.com. We provide clarity for Bitcoin investors, whether they are experienced or just learning about Bitcoin for the first time. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to learn about all our other charts and gain even more market insights. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.